Hello guys, my name is Haley Hirschland and I am American. I'm 26 years old and I am living in Nishi-Izu, a tiny rural town of 6,000 people in Shizuoka Prefecture on the Izu Peninsula. I am also a professional figure and fit body athlete for the WNBF World Natural Bodybuilding Federation, and I'm aiming to be the first resident of Nishi-Izu to turn pro in all three categories. So we're gonna aim to be women's bodybuilding, women's natural bodybuilding in the coming future and get the natty trifecta soon. Anyway, I work for the city hall, excuse me, we're not that big, we're not a city, we're a town. I work for the town hall in Nishi-Izu and my career is 100% not related to fitness. So I'm really sorry that I have said that I was going to make a YouTube channel forever ago. And I still didn't start a YouTube. What is wrong with me? You know what's wrong with me? So many things happened. Since I moved here, it's been seriously such a whirlwind, and I thought that my life would move linearly, and it didn't. It so didn't. So what I thought it was gonna be was I was gonna come off of my pro win. I was gonna, you know, I did my second place finish in California, and then the next day I arrived in Japan and I was gonna smooth sailing, take the boat along the quiet ocean to the Izu Peninsula and just continue my fitness lifestyle as is. So yeah, I made this goof-ass video. I made this goofy video and then I was like, I don't know what it is, like when you're lean, you think that like you're not lean. And I look at this video and I'm like,
日本の視聴者のための短い自己紹介をさせていただきたいと思いますのでよろしくお願いします。
like, whoa, what? To quote my friend. You were just like dying looking. Oh my god, like diet face. Are you for real? So I didn't post the video because I thought everyone would think I was fat. What is right? Like, okay, now I'm gonna post a video now when it's not even close to that, like, whew, I took these pictures and like, okay, diet face real with that one. So I just didn't post the video because, I don't know, I just got over myself and I'm so much happier now. I think that when you stop giving, life gets a lot better. So I will continue to do that and try to entertain you guys for this entire 30-week long prep. Yeah. I drove my little K car and I took it and I drove it into a pit of flames. Yeah, and I did not expect the outcome. So I could just sit here and whine and complain like, oh my god, I got so far out of bodybuilding conditioning, which I did for the entire month of December, January, February, March, and now we're in May. And 1 year ago I was standing on the stage receiving my trophy and my pro cards in figure, and now I'm huge and just beginning. I'm on week 2 of my cut. So go from a stage weight of 57 kilograms to the highest off-season weight I had was 71.6 kilograms, which is a lot of weight gain, but it happened over the course of a year. So we're now gonna be in the process of cutting down and getting back into contest condition from this rural location. So I started the YouTube because Instagram is getting so ridiculous and I cannot I want to explain my entire lifestyle, but it's so hard to just do it in a caption. So I figure it's better to put this on YouTube, and then I can also provide information in Japanese and English, whereas Instagram, it's like no one wants to read a wall of text, and then no one wants to read a wall of text in 2 languages. So it's been a little bit difficult to manage that. So pretty much I will give you guys now a timeline of what has happened since I moved to the Izu Peninsula. Long story short, I had just come off of my pro card win in Wisconsin and then my second place finish in California at the Natural Muscle Mayhem. Natural Muscle Mayhem. Mayhem. And then 2 days later, all in my beautiful bronze tan glory, I got on a plane and got on a train and got to this peninsula and was like, holy, we are in this. We are in the country. And keep in mind, I had lived in Tokyo before, so it's like I had lived here, and I think that's why I discounted the transition. I went to high school here and I lived in Tokyo working for corporate Japan, and then I got to rural Japan and I was like, oh my god, what have I gotten myself into? There was an earthquake the first night that I got here and I was like, this is probably some bad juju for some stuff to come. So I got here, and first thing when I got my placement was I looked up Nishiizu. I was like, where the heck is this place? I looked up Nishiizu and I was like, Nishiizu gym, and nothing came up. So as a bodybuilder, that's like, alarm, 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 alarm. What am I gonna do? Where am I gonna train? There's no gym here. I'm not an English teacher. I can't like go to a school and use their gym. So the first like 3 weeks I was here, I was talking to my trainer. I was like, dude, I don't have a gym. And he's like, you're and you know what I did? I bought some gymnastic rings and I did some pull-ups and some dips and whatever the heck I could outside. I was getting bitten by mosquitoes and just like crying and sweating and just like, what is going on with my life right now? This is a joke. Like, who thought, let's put the bodybuilder in the middle of nowhere with no gym? That'll be a super duper decision. Yeah, so doing that, okay, whatever. I'm like, you know, I need a gym, so I'm borrowing this high school's gym. I like don't know anyone at this high school. I'm just there like working out, and the kids are like, who you? Why are you in our space? So I'm doing that, and I just got sick of like being around these kids. They were like working out for their track and field club, and I just was like, this is too much. Like I'm dirty. It was filthy, like open air space, and I just got really sick of it. Coming home like covered in dirt and bug bites every day. So, you know, that combined with I was doing these ring dips outside with weights. I attached these two janky belts together, and I was doing the dip and I made this awful face, and I was like, oh shit, I felt something tear in my chest. And my shoulder was like in so much pain, and I couldn't even grab a cup out of the cabinet, and I was like, no. So now I'm in this like country and now I'm injured and I can't train. This is the worst. So I just was in a bad place from there. So I was super lean too, and I was getting really exhausted, really tired, and just like over all of the training. And I think I had like been in a caloric deficit for a year and a half, and I was just like, ah. So my parents came to visit, and I just wanted to eat with them and like enjoy my life, and like not like you can't enjoy flexible dieting or anything, but I was so over it. Like I weighed every single piece of food that was in my mouth for a year and a half and eating max 1,700 calories a day. Like that gets really tiring when you're training 2 to 3 hours a day every day. So my parents came to visit. My brother and I went to Korea. My brother and I hung out in Tokyo, and we just wanted to like drink and be normal humans for like 14 seconds. So I did that, and it was lonely, and I was hungry, and I just totally like ate my way into oblivion and did a dream bulk, which was the stupidest thing, but like now I'm huge. So then I, you know, get a ton of comments from everyone because I came here with like lean, soups dupes lean situation, and my face was like emaciated. And then as soon as I started gaining weight, everyone's like, Heiri-chan, mo degaku narimashita ne. Taiju yabaku nai? So I'm like, Okay, I know I was eating. I still, you know, I was gaining weight. I got to like about 63 kilos or 65 kilos. And I started getting really dizzy all the time. And I couldn't like wake up for work. I was like passing out. It was really bad. So I went to the doctor and I got my blood work done. So a lot of people would like accuse me of taking like testosterone or something crazy. And clearly that was not the case because my free testosterone levels were at 0.004, and apparently it's supposed to be between 0.011 and 0.047 for women, so it's very low testosterone. And then my, what else, follicle stimulating hormone was at 0.04 when it should be at 0.9 and 1.70. And then estradiol was supposed to be 160 and it was 49. So got the test results back and that was a bummer. So you know what the doctor said? He said you gotta gain weight and that's all you gotta do. So I ate like a monster and I ate ice cream and I ate everything, and I probably was eating about 4,000 calories a day just getting back my period. I didn't have a period for 2 years, and yeah, I was trying my hardest to get it back with Menno Henselmans, who was my trainer throughout my entire last contest prep season, and it just never came back. So my contest weight was 57, and as soon as I became 69, everything became normal again. So I think my body just runs at a higher set point than I would ideally like to look, which is, you know, what are you gonna do about it? I don't want to get osteoporosis when I'm like 30 years old, so I was like, okay, gotta give up the conditioning for 5 seconds in order to get back on track with my hormones, and then I can cut again. And I can do it safely and slowly. So that's what I'm working on now. And I've decided I'm going to compete in the WNBF Worlds, which is 30 weeks away, and that seems like so far, but I want to go really slowly. And most natural competitors that I know, female, are able to maintain their menstrual cycles throughout their prep, and I'm aiming to do that this time around. So I am 100% healthy. We're good to go. I'm so much larger than I was before, but you know what? It's life. I made a massive transition to another country, to an extremely rural location, and here's where I am. So okay, so the other thing that was the really big game changer was that when I was in my super duper deep depression moment, like I was so isolated, I had no friends and nothing was going on here and it's just completely dead, I still trained. I made a home gym, like a complete home gym. It's not the most wonderful equipment in the entire world, but you know, it does what it needs to do, and it's enabled me to train here, and I have enough space in my tiny apartment to have it. You know, I was going to Tokyo every weekend and I was teaching these like butt building seminars, and I had this realization that like I hated that a lot, and I don't like to train for like this superficial approval, build a body that like men get like a bigger butt so that men can grab your butt. Like I don't, it like makes me sick thinking about like training like that. So that was like in my worst period of depression and sadness and loneliness, I was at least able to realize that like I really love to train because training makes me feel amazing, and no matter how crappy I feel that day, I'm so glad that I came to the realization that I really enjoy training for mental benefits, and I love feeling strong. And at least like when I was gaining weight, my numbers were going up every single session, and throughout my injury it was annoying, but I was like getting stronger, working on my technique, working on form, because I just really love weight training a lot. And the body thing comes afterward, and the diet makes the body for competition, not for this strange like sexual thing. And it was just like that, and the booty building seminars, I was like, God, this sucks. Like I just want girls in Japan to get strong, like, and love their bodies and like enjoy training because it's fun. The people that I meet through training and bodybuilding are so awesome, and it's fun to share ideas and trade, you know, techniques and like give each other motivation. It's the coolest thing, and I'm glad that I have a really big fitness community that I've met through bodybuilding to support me throughout this journey, and I'm really thankful. While it's embarrassing for me, I'm going to do weekly progress videos, progress updates on my body composition, and show you guys how I'm preparing for the WNBF Worlds. And also I'd like to show you guys some info about, you know, how I'm just dealing with fitness in Japan, and especially how I'm dealing with fitness in rural Japan, which is a whole nother monster. And it should be a fun ride, and I'm happy to represent Nishizu, my little sunset town, on stage in November. So we'll see you then, and for now, stay tuned for the next vid, and I'll show you guys my I'm going to get on the stage from the middle of nowhere. So with that said, we are 30 weeks out. 30 weeks! That's so long! From the WNBF World Championships, baby! It'll be slow and steady. Slow and steady, baby. All from this home gym. So, stay tuned. See you guys next week.